Growing Up Nightclub. Chapter 3. Rescued.
I was awake at the crack of dawn, considering my next move. Should I go back home? Should I run away? Just then I heard footsteps crunching through the leaves in the distance. I grabbed my gun and sat behind the fort, waiting in anticipation as the sound grew closer. I heard a whistle. I knew instantly it was my middle brother, Mark. We each had a bird call we had assigned to one another when we were little tykes, so we knew where the other was when we were in the woods. I whistled back, letting him know I was there. He cautiously approached the old stick fort, knowing I may have set a booby trap.
"Hey, brother, did you stay out here all night?"
He asked, already knowing the answer. "Yep, what's going on back at the house? Are the cops there?"
"No. Believe it or not, they didn't call the cops, but Mom called Dad and told him what happened. She told him to come get you."
"Well, that's better than going to jail. Is he coming?" I asked.
"Yep, he's on his way. Gonna be here in an hour or so. Tim left for work and took Tony with him, so Mom is the only one at the house. She said if I find you to tell you to come back and pack your things. Said you're going to be staying with Dad for a while."
He explained. "Where's Kevin?" I asked.
"He's over at Aunt Carol's playing with our cousins."
I pondered what he had told me for a few moments. "Well, I guess let's go," I said as he clasped my outstretched arm and helped me to my feet. We talked about everything that happened the night before as we hiked back home. When we walked inside, no one was up. Mom had locked herself in her bedroom. I guess she didn't want to see me. I went to my room, gathered up my clothes along with a few other essentials, and stuffed them into a duffel bag. I then grabbed my guitar from under the bed along with my shotgun and a few extra boxes of shells. Mark watched as I packed the last box of shotgun shells into my bag.
"Mom took all of our guns away from us last night and locked them in her closet after you ran away. Guess she thought we might end up doing what you did,"
Mark explained. I smirked as he continued.
"Now what am I going to hunt with?"
He angrily asked. "Sorry, little brother, you can use mine this season if you need to," I said as I put my hand on his shoulder. About that time, I heard the sound of a vehicle rolling down the gravel driveway. It was Dad. Suddenly, I had a sinking feeling. This could go one of two ways. Either he is going to whoop my ass, then leave me here, or provide sanctuary. Either way, it was time to pay the piper. Mark and I walked outside and approached the van. Dad got out and met us halfway. His eyes squinted as our eyes locked.
"Damn, son, what did you do?"
Dad asked. "I'll tell you all about it if you'll just get me out of here," I said as I stared at him. He looked me over for a few seconds, then turned and opened the sliding door on the side of van.
"Well, what are we waiting for? Grab your shit and let's go."
I felt a mix of emotions as I gave Mark a quick hug goodbye and thanked him for sticking by my side the night before.
"I'll be here to pick you and your brother up next weekend,"
Dad said to Mark through the rolled-down window as we backed out of the driveway. I told my father everything that led up to the night before as we drove toward the river house. Although he controlled his emotions and stayed calm while listening to my story, I could see the veins bulging in his large arms as he gripped the steering wheel. I could see the anger in his eyes as I told him about the gasoline incident and everything else that had transpired. I didn't know it at the time, but what happened next was inevitable.
End of Chapter 3.